Happy Monday, traders. Today is the first trading day in May. We saw the US indices continue to drift lower last week. Also, the US dollar continue to inch higher. Are we going to see this trend continue, or are we going to see something different this week? Let's show you what we see. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to start off with the S&P 500. So this is a weekly chart. We can see we are still struggling to find buyers actually. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks of selling now. 4 weekly selling, okay? So this is a very critical level, this 4,100 area, okay? If it breaks, then I see it probably drift down back to 4,000. So very important level. Let's drop down to a daily. Well, you will see a little bit clearer. We are actually in the support area. Okay, this is quite significant, this 4,100 area. You can see a lot of interaction. Okay, so the blue box you already see, but even back in history, we see a lot of interaction around here. So it's important that this level hold. I'm not very eager to jump into the market just yet because today's UK bank holiday, China's closed for bank holiday as well. Therefore, we might see a very little momentum in the market. So I'm not very eager to jump into the market. Probably tomorrow, all right? Let's drop down to hourly just to see what needs to happen, all right? Multiple time last week, you can see try and then boom, and they just failed and come back lower. We did try to go long. We had a little loss, not going to lie, but we had a good trade on CAD yen, so I'm not too fussed about that. Sometimes we win, sometimes we lose. So simple as that. What I like to see is price form up a base around this area, 4,150, break out of the range, and then retest and go up. Okay, maybe potentially we got the weekly pivot right here around this under 4,200. I'm just going to have a quick look of where the monthly pivot is because today is the new month. So yeah, monthly pivot right there. So yeah, either you want to get in early, because the reason I said that is retest, we may see a fail or some resistance around this 4,286 area because that's the new monthly pivot. Stay above, then yeah, we could probably see price back to 4,400, but I can't see it go much higher than that for now. If you heard this phrase before, sell in May and go away, we are in this period now. We are in May, so will be a very short-term bounce, maybe, to go long on S&P 500, but it needs to really convince me, okay, on that. Moving on to Dow Jones first. So the Dow Jones Industrial, let's go to weekly as well. You know, price is still looking bearish. We have multiple weeks of bearish bar. We actually are on a weekly downtrend because this is, you can see the cycle through here. We already have a lower low, and that's just a lower high area. If this break, we could, yeah, probably 30,000 area. Current level is a important level. I would like to see it hold and fight back, because if we don't fight back around this area, it could turn quite bearish. We can see multiple time the bear try to come in, but you know, buyers try to step back. So seller try on Friday again. We're ranging around this 33,000 area. Are we going to see a pop higher and then eventually roll lower? Maybe, hopefully that will be a bit healthier. We have the monthly pivot just down here at the moment, so we really need to this is a reversal trade, and actually no matter what trade it is, I like to get in reasonably early and try and protect as I can. So we can see a base is trying to form around this 33,000 area, so we need to see it get out of this and retest and go long. So maybe take some profit there and then second one there. So that could be the plan on Dow Jones, all right. But like I said before, today is a bank holidays in multiple countries, so I'm not very eager to jump into the market. Moving on to the Nasdaq, we're already in a bear market on Nasdaq. Why do I say that? Because when anything drop more than 20% from the peak, we are in the bear market. Something I want to show you guys as well. This is Finvis. It shows you the stock market performance on there. This is the sector of S&P 500. You can see. Let me just zoom in a bit more. That's half a year relative performance. You can see the technology sector, consumer, communication. They are all in the bear market condition, all right, which isn't a bad thing because I am a big fan of technology, so I will be looking to accumulate, so start investing, but not just yet. We'll talk about that a little bit more in depth, in detail, sometime next week. I will probably do a long video of the stock that I'm looking to invest and explain the reason why and when could potentially play out, okay? So you can see why if the technology sector is already down 20% then that's the reason why Nasdaq already in the bear market, okay? We don't need that now, close that off. So weekly chart, we have a confirmed downtrend, you know, multiples, cycle, that hasn't even broken, so now we're broken lower low, so we're making a weekly downtrend here. Again, this is a level that I like to see some, you know, buyers, because 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks of selling, so I would like to see some fight back in the indices. So let's go down to daily, change the pivot to monthly. Nasdaq is the most bearish, so I mean ultimately I like to see price get back to around the 14,000 area and then range here before it potentially break lower. But because it's the weakest index, I would just use it as a reference to go long either on Dow Jones and or the S&P 500. But very short-term trade on that. All right. Going to Nikkei, I like to see Nikkei. I mean, Nikkei is, I think is open. I believe it's open, but price action is just not that nice. I said multiple times, 27,000 is very important. So it's now below. Are we going to pop higher or are we going to stay lower? Keep an eye on that anyway. Okay. Hang Seng being off today. I suspect not much movement. It is not much movement on that. So obviously weekly downtrend, daily now back to the going back down. So I like to sell Hang Seng, but it really depending on how the US indices perform. If US indices fight back a little bit, we may see Hang Seng try to fight a bit higher, which is not a problem, and then I will consider to sell it around the under 23,000. Back to this maybe 19 or 18,000, so good reward to risk. If I don't see any fight back on the US indices, maybe this trend line area, let me just get the price. So around the 21,000 area, then I will look to short it, but let's wait and see more confirmation from the US indices first, all right? Moving on to the Forex space, we can see obviously dollar, wow, really bullish, just continue to be bullish. This 104 level hasn't been broken for many years, since 2016. Let's see my chart. The last time we see it above 104 is back to 2002. So that's 20 years ago. Are we going to break it this time? You know, actually, when price visits multiple times, it's likely to break. If you see around this area here, when it broke this, let's get the level correct first. When it broke 88. It stayed below 88 for many years, from 2006 until 2015, so stay below 9 year. But when you see try break 1, 2, 3, and then eventually fall and boom, broke out. We have 1, 2, 3. Are we going to fall and break? We shall see anyway on that, but it's looking quite interesting. I think we are due for a pullback, definitely. So weekly uptrend, daily uptrend. So simple, we are looking to buy. We are looking to buy. Obviously, daily price action, if you see, this is the last couple of days here is called a evening star, you know, doji followed by a reversal bar, now multiple, well, this is just 1 day bar on IG. So we have an inside bar forming at the moment. I'm not going to buy at this level, of course. I mean, you know, it's silly to buy when we know that's traffic there. So this retracement is very important. I do not want to see very strong like the and boom like that. I don't want to see anything like that. I want to see a control phase 2. So we could see some more buying at this area, which is not a bad thing. I'm not going to get involved, but you know, we may see some more buying at this level. Boom. So a little bit lower. That's the new weekly pivot, and then we may see a pop, and then boom, boom, boom. I think I like this blue box area. So just over 100 or 102 area. I will drop down to a 4 hour just to show you. Also coincide with the 20 EMA, which it works quite well last time. So 20. Okay, this one touched 50, but I like to see it just don't want to go to 50 level because it's still got way to do this. So retrace back to the 20 daily EMA wouldn't be a bad. So that's why I put it on the blue box area, because the EMA is catching. Also, if you drop down to 4 hour, you will see a soft level developing here. So easy. That's the previous 4 hour swing high. So 10170. Let's have a look at the new monthly pivot and see, is it around the area? Oh, spot on. I haven't actually done that. I only found out today. Yesterday, I briefly looked at the market. I haven't done anything, so I'm actually doing the full analysis while I'm doing this recording with you guys. So really strong support level. I love the fact that the blue box coincide with this monthly pivot. So 10175 would be an area that I would look for to go long. So keep an eye on that on dollar index. Moving on to Australian dollar, we see strong selling. Are we going to see a price pullback to that level before we continue to sell it? I very much doubt. Let's have a look at these monthly pivot. Where are they at the moment? All right, okay, yeah, maybe, potentially, but I think we're more likely to follow this 20 EMA daily. So maybe the 72.26 area wouldn't be too bad. I'm going to drop down to 4 hour and see anything that I can see. Yeah, 72 potentially around this area I quite like. And yeah, a small bounce, weak bounce on Australian dollar to short. So we potentially may go back to this monthly pivot, but keep an eye on that and correlate with other dollar pair. Euro dollar, yeah, it's too low for me to continue to sell, so I want to see a pullback. So let's just pop the monthly pivot. Yeah, something around this area coincide with the 20 EMA of daily to sell. So monthly pivot area 10694. Pound, that's a particular reason I don't really want to sell it, because the commitment of traders, the commercial are buying, although we are seeing a very bearish movement here. So we could see a bounce and then maybe we sell off again. But I think Euro is a better option for me to buy the dollar with. So sell the Euro, buy the US dollar. I'll just use the British pound as a reference then. Kiwi. I mean, I've done quite well on that, but I already made a review on that. I could make improvement on that. So now the plan is to wait for a pullback. Let's have a look at these, the monthly. Okay, the monthly pivot is there. It's a bit too far. I would just follow this 20 EMA. So the circle area, 65-70 area. Look for a small pullback and then continue to sell. We'll see how it goes. Certainly take some profit in this daily low and then trail that. All right. Dollar CAD, I have not much interest because it's a ranging market. We may see a pop higher and that. So, I mean, it's not something that I'm getting very excited about that. Dollar Swiss, it's broken out a significant level. So we may see a small pullback. I don't trade Swissy much. So we just use that as a reference to sell Euro probably. Dollar yen. When is this uptrend going to end? I don't care. To be honest, I don't care really, honestly. Last week we did quite well on CAD yen, but you need to read the trend and phases quite clearly. We have very strong phase 1, weak phase 2, continue to multiple day to go up, that's fine, and then a little bit of correction. 2 days buying followed by a bearish bar. Yeah, I'm not saying that I won't buy. I'll still probably continue to buy around this 128 level, and then, but I'm not going to take off this high now. Just keep it intraday, keep it nice and sweet. 2 to 1, smaller time frame, 4-hour trend. That's it. All right. I'm not going to short it because it's not quite ready. Maybe if I see price struggle to break this high, so come back to this 128, but again, and then the lower, maybe then I will look to sell dollar yen or find other yen pairs to buy, to sell against it, the yen. So eventually, maybe later on of the month, I will look to buy yen, but for now, let's concentrate to sell yen against the dollar because it's the most obvious one. You can go to other cross pair if you see dollar retrace. You may look to buy, I don't know, CAD yen, Aussie yen, and stuff like that. But being a members of our community, whenever we see it, me and Luca see any opportunity, we'll post it. You can follow it. We did see one of our members follow our trade last week and did very well, which is great. I'm very happy to do that. Making money is important, but learning and improving is the most important part that we like to see. All right. So that's the currency side. We will go to the commodity. Well, let's start with gold first, shall we? Okay, it's continued to drift lower. I was expecting to this, but again, don't have a lot of liquidity at a minute. Oh, excellent of the new monthly pivot at that level. I like that actually. I want to see price pull back to around this 1920, 1930 area on gold. So watch out on that. May go back to this area, rejection, multiple resistance, so support and resistance level, EMAs, monthly pivot, and take it short on that, so to 1850 area. All right, so gold is on the list to short. Let's wait for a pullback first. Let's jump down to the 4-hour just to see how the price is developing. Does look a bit bearish on 4 hours, but wouldn't surprise me. Pops a bit higher first and go lower. So for me, if it doesn't play balls, doesn't pull back to this area, then yeah, I'm not gonna sell it. But let's wait and see anyway. Okay, excellent as well on silver. It's very clear as day. Pull back to around the monthly, so below 24. I'll look to sell silver. Okay, so still waiting for a pullback. Let's see will we get the pullback on silver. All right, great. One of the easiest way not to sit on the chart is just to set some alert. So 2376. So once you set the alert, then when the alert comes, then you come back and have a look at the chart. Simple as that. Oil. Okay, interesting. We're seeing some selling in oil, so we do have a flag. We can see the highs are making lower. We, really, I think I like to see this range broken first, and then before I get involved, because if this range broken, we have more room to the downside, maybe around the 70 to 80 area. So let's be patient and see how this develops on that. I'm not getting involved just yet. Crypto. So, what are we doing with crypto? I'm bearish. More shorting pressure into Bitcoin, so I'm looking to sell it for sure. Where to sell it? I think the 45 would be quite nice around this, just under 45 area. Small pullback, I'll look to sell it. Take some profit and see if it breaks lower. Okay, from May onward is usually a bearish season, so let's see. Moving on to Ethereum. Interesting. So let's see where the monthly pivot is. I don't think we are going to see a pullback back to 3,500 here. Let's see if I can draw a trend line on see where is a good area to sell it. Maybe. Yeah, interesting. Let's see. We'll get rejection around the 3,000 area, but there's not much room until the trend line. So maybe on Bitcoin, but keep an eye on it. If we reject around 3,000, then yeah, certainly looks bearish. Again, the commitment of trader on Ethereum is not bullish at all. In fact, it's quite bearish. They are piling up more money into the short contract, so they see the need of hedging it lower. So that's all for me this week. If you do have any questions, drop us a message on Discord. Otherwise, happy trading and see you tomorrow for our live trading at 7 a.m. Thank you so much. more shorting pressure into Bitcoin, so I'm looking to sell it for sure. Where to sell it? I think the 45 would be quite nice around this, just under 45 area. Small pullback, I'll look to sell it, take some profit, and see if it breaks lower. Okay, from May onward is usually a bearish season, so let's see. Moving on to Ethereum. Interesting. So let's see where the monthly pivot is. I don't think we are going to see a pullback back to 3,500 here. Let's see if I can draw a trend line on see where is a good area to sell it. Maybe. Yeah, interesting. Let's see. We'll get rejection around the 3,000 area, but there's not much room until the trend line. So maybe on Bitcoin, but keep an eye on it. If we reject around 3,000, then yeah, certainly looks bearish. Again, the commitment of trader on Ethereum is not bullish at all. In fact, it's quite bearish. They are piling up more money into the short contract, so they see the need of hedging it lower. So that's all for me this week. If you do have any questions, drop us a message on Discord. Otherwise, happy trading and see you tomorrow for our live trading at 7 AM. Thank you so much.